of the reasons why one, hungry aspirant should really hire a good and a genuine consultant. Well, there are many, but I think if I can just quote an example and give a real life analogy, you could, if you have to take, your vehicle and reach your destination, you could take multiple pit stops, ask the local vendors that how do I reach my point A. That's one way that, you will get to your destination, but you have to take those multiple stops. You have to understand from local vendors. The other way is use Google Maps, right? So I think good, genuine consultants are like Google Maps, right? So while you'll have to take the pain, you will have to travel the distance by yourself. Everything you will have to do. The candidate has to do everything. The biggest myth I think that even I partially had, a lot of people around me do say that, you just pay the consultants and they'll do the job for you. Well, that's just not true. Shruti, who was my consultant, was very very honest, and she had put down certain things to me on day one of my interaction, that you have to build your own story. You have to do everything by yourself. I will guide you. I will direct you so that I ensure that you reach your destination. So I think a good, genuine consultant, like GOALisB, behaves like a Google map to you. You have to travel the distance. You have to do the hard work. You need to be sure what you're doing. You need to put in a lot of effort, but she will ensure, the consultant does ensure that you reach your destination by taking the right road, right? So I think that's exactly what Shruti did to me. So, I'm not just saying because I'm here on call with you and I'm interviewing with you, but I genuinely felt, and my heart is full of gratitude that while I did everything, you prepared me from day one that what's coming my way. So since this was my first application, I never had an experience of writing an application. I never had an experience of, going for an interview for any B school. This was the only B school I applied. And PGP Pro was the only program I applied for the very first time. So as someone who was as, naive as me, a consultant would, a genuine good consultant, I would rather say, really directs you well. So I believed that I could trust Shruti with this process. And this was a very critical step for me because I had no option B. I had no plan B. This was my plan, the only plan that I wanted to ace. So GOALisB really enabled me to ace. And at every step, I would say, right from helping me understand what all the application process would take, what does it take to, identify the right LOR, how should I approach my recommenders, what all needs to go within the span of 250 words, how can I project my story in a better way. One would have a great story, but it's also very important how you project it. So I think GOALisB enabled me how I can position myself in a very simple way. No fancy English, nothing fancy, just projecting yourself in the best format. So I think as long as you're able to find a genuine consultant who enables you and prepares you mentally well, I think that's exactly what Shruti and GOALisB did for me.